Chicago, 1933, and the world's greatest show, the Century of Progress Exposition, a tremendous panorama of achievement spread before the eyes of thronging multitudes. From toothpicks to turbans, the results of man's labor for his fellow man, marshaled in proud and glamorous review. From the far corners of the earth in holiday spirit came millions to witness carnivals and extravaganzas, processes and products, methods and machines, unrivaled, unparalleled, splendid. The buildings themselves, with their startling designs, displayed the latest styles and architectural fancy. Here, a building had a roof that breathed, carried from aloft by gossamer threads of steel. Man's own progress, not through a mere century, but through millions of years, exemplified by prehistoric beasts whose muscles were electric motors and whose nerves were electric wires. Electricity. In all this great century of progress, the electrical arts and sciences have not only been mighty contributing forces, but have themselves found their true beginning and growth. On the island, the electrical group, housing the wonders of the unseen power and standing in memorial to Thomas A. Edison and his tireless contemporaries. Here, the beautiful pylons of the Electrical Industries Building tower majestically toward the sky. Within the spreading courtyard, a sparkling fountain plays before the impressive bas-relief, adorning the mighty facade. Let us look within this imposing structure, into the great hall where General Electric assembled its galaxy of exhibits, electric devices and marvels of electricity, each designed to play its part in human betterment. Beneath the famous monogram, the entrance to the House of Magic, wonder show of science. Nearly 700,000 people pass through these portals to sit spellbound while mysteries of modern electrical research were clearly explained. Why not go in?
Let me show you the little fellow who is hiding behind this tripod. First, I'll apply power, and then bring him out where we can all see him. I'll speak to him. So come ahead there, boy. Come out there. Hold it. Back up. Stop. He seems to understand what I have to say. In fact, the entire control over the engine is through the voice. There are no trick controls. We wouldn't countenance that here. Briefly, this is the explanation. 2 impulses send him that way. Count them. Toot, toot, toot. 1 will stop him, you see. 3 or more impulses will bring him this way. Toot, 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 toot. Hold it. Back up. Stop. Nothing profound about it. Simply a scientific novelty. We aren't going to run trains that way tomorrow, nor the next day. I've painted that blue design right in the middle of the shawl. But I forgot to tell you, I painted it with invisible paint, and we can't see it very well in ordinary light. So I'm going to model the shawl as it should be worn to one of the fashionable affairs of the day, and then I'll turn around to switch out the mazza light, but leave the invisible light on, and then, now get this straight, for this is rather complicated. The invisible light will make the invisible design visible. Or in simple words, the light which we cannot see will make it possible for us to see something which we cannot see very well. But I'm quite proud of my paint job and the emblem, and I hope that you like it also when you see it. Well, there it is. But now you may ask me, why does our company indulge in this expensive research work? For it does cost money. Very briefly and very frankly, my answer is this. We know that the pure science of the past, when applied today, is giving us better quality and new products, such as the radio, the refrigerator, and now the air conditioning. And we know that just as surely will the pure science of today, when applied in the future, give us more new products and still better quality. And if we are to remain leaders in quality of product in the future, then it's just up to us to be leaders in pure science research today.
What will electricity do next? In these show windows are the handy electric appliances that not only save time and money, but add comfort and convenience to our homes. Speaking of comfort, here is something new. Air conditioning. Equipment to provide pure, clean air at comfortable temperatures the year round. An automatically controlled oil furnace feeds a steam, vapor, or hot water heating system. A cooling unit during the warm months works in conjunction. Both devices lead to room air conditioners which take in fresh air, heat or cool it, cleanse it, and circulate it through the room. Here, a basement unit does all the work, while ducts carry the conditioned air throughout the building. Ah, refrigerators. But did you know there were so many types and sizes needed for homes, stores, and restaurants? Kitchens, particularly modern all-electric kitchens, are always talked about. This one described its own features. Courteous attendants, however, answered specific questions about how really pleasant, livable, and convenient a well-designed electric kitchen can be. This exhibit reveals something of commercial refrigeration, used to preserve perishable goods in refrigerated rooms and warehouses. Here's another all-electric kitchen. Next, we discover a kitchen institute with home economists instructing eager listeners on how to use the new electric servants in preparing appetizing dishes. What now? An all-electric laundry. How cheery. The electric clothes washer and electric ironer have eased the housewife's burden and made her lot a happier one. A young lady demonstrates the handy electric sewing machine, while this man is pointing out the features of an electric sandwich toaster. Note the ingenious electric mixer on the table. On the exhibit floor, a mechanical drive turbine. Machines like this and others much larger supply electricity for our homes and factories. This thruster might, for instance, be operating a big punch press or opening and closing a furnace door in a steel mill. Small motors for commercial and domestic appliances are on display, as is this circuit breaker used to protect power lines from overloads. Yes, many people like to stop and see what makes the wheels of industry keep turning. The little gadgets that are built to do all kinds of jobs, ordinary jobs and many most difficult jobs. Here is a motor, for example, designed especially for use in meat packing plants and similar places where water is used for cleaning and where a motor may have a hose turned directly upon it. And for variety, plastic products. Even cigarette boxes and golf clubs become products of the electrical industry when a new insulating material shows widely useful characteristics. Many of these molded products are in the wiring devices which ordinarily hidden in your walls are here exposed to show the path of man's most useful servant, electricity. Still further along, we find the story of a special light, a light that is better than daylight for many industrial purposes, a light produced when mercury vapor is excited by electricity, the same blue-green light we used to see in photographers' windows. And here is a preview of the prosperous city of the future, completely and perfectly lighted by lamps such as these. Lamps large and small, of this shape and that, lamps for every conceivable purpose, lamps for seeing, lamps for photography, and sunlight lamps for radiant health when winter winds blow cold. No effort is spared to promote the quality of Mazda lamps, and constant testing, not only of materials but also of the finished product, maintains their reliability. On leaving the General Electric exhibits in this great hall, whose massive columns symbolize the foundations of the electrical industry, one carries away with them a feeling of pride in the accomplishments of this day and generation, and a tingling anticipation of the still greater achievements to come. But let us hasten to the Hall of Science, where each evening is reenacted the ceremony of Arcturus, the star whose light, through more electric magic, officially turned on the illumination of this great fair. This panel shows the path by which the signal was transmitted, and what a blaze of glory the exposition became at night, transformed into a scene of breathtaking beauty by artists working with that invaluable gift of science, electric light. Revealed in all their dazzling array of colors against the darkness of the lake and the sky beyond, towers, walls, and fountains, mirrored in the gleaming surface of the lagoon, became a wonderland to which the magic wand of light seemed to have gathered all the wonders of the world. The electrical industries building assumed a new and magnificent splendor, its stately facade gleaming with a shining aura of brilliance, the waters of the fountain in its courtyard caught up into a living plume by streams of changing color from below. Lights, 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 luminaires of every conceivable design, all part of the elfin magic of the fair at night. Just one more look over this thrilling spectacle. Inspiring, isn't it? That picture of man's progress into the 20th century, riding on the wings of electricity into our modern electrical world.
Oh, boys, I'm feeling so dreadful sorry. Nobody says to me, don't worry. I feel a yearning so strong, so strong, so burning.
We know how things are, just do like we do, 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 do. So deep when you're feeling blue. Dream, that's the thing to do. Dream, while the smoke rings rise in the air, you'll find your share of memories there, so deep when the day is through. Dream, and it might come true. Things never are as bad as they seem. So dream, dream, dream.
You're watching Sleepcore. Pleasant dreams.
The machine uses only two sounds produced electrically. One of these represents the breath. The other, the vibration of the vocal cords. There are no phonograph records or anything of that sort. Only electrical circuits such as are used in telephone practice. Let's see how you put expression into a sentence. Say, she saw me, with no expression.
She saw me.
Now say it in answer to these questions. Who saw you?
She saw me.
Whom did she see?
She saw me.
Did she see you or hear you?
She saw me.
Here's a brief look at some of the more interesting concepts which developers at Team Xerox are researching. But before we part the curtain and enter the world of the development environment, let's pause for a moment and reflect on our status as a leading-edge company. Remember that what you're about to see and hear is Xerox private, not for open discussion here or in public. Dialect checker. Xerox has always been in the forefront of efforts to ease output of text and graphics in languages other than English. Xerox will soon announce expanded capabilities in this area, including the ability to automatically translate US or UK English into a variety of new languages and dialects. Here's a look at the latest list in both areas, including some of the more often requested items like Valley Speak and Hippie in the dialect area, and Lettish, Iroquois, and Klingon in the language group area. Pizza pie chart. Xerox has made unprecedented efforts to ease the pathway from raw data to graphic representation. We'll shortly introduce a new and more powerful representation of the pie chart to be copyrighted as the pizza pie chart. It will be available whole or by the piece. Holographics. Xerox will expand its graphics offerings from vector graphics and freehand graphics to holographics. This new representational style will feature the ability to convert a freehand or vector image into a three-dimensional holographic portrait on the page. Attitude converter. Long concerned with more than just the work products with which we deal, Xerox is conducting specialized research into the area of attitude adjustment. Within the foreseeable future, we'll be releasing software and hardware designed to make the work environment truly ergonomic. This will be done through true control of the entire environment, work products, workflow, and the people in it. And finally, the most ambitious project of all, designed to be the next step after electronic mail. Called Transporter, it's planned to carry any object through the Ethernet. By translating three-dimensional objects into polymorphine bits, Xerox will be able to transport any object through the Internet, saving thousands of dollars and man-years. This outstanding feat is well within the realm of possibility and is a major project within the development community. We hope that you've enjoyed this brief tour of the advanced projects underway in the development environment at Team Xerox.
Hi, boys. Miss me?
You have 11 messages.
It's Charlie, about Maxwell's proposal.
This can wait.
It's Karen. I realize you've been on the road for the past week, but if you could focus on one small issue right now, I would appreciate it. Remember the business plan? Remember your section of it? I really need your input by the end of the day tomorrow. Thanks, and don't forget to feed your fish.
Okay. Anything here about the business plan? Here are the projections. Thank you, Doug.
Thanks, Doug. That was fast. Can we talk about this tomorrow? That would be Thursday over lunch. Hello?
Mark, you're home. Sorry to bother you so late. I was going to leave you a message. I didn't wake you up, did I?
No problem.
Look, I got your other message, and contrary to popular belief, I have been working on the business plan. Look at this.
Okay, but why are you focusing so much on the engineering market?
It's 11:15. Can I keep you in suspense until, say, tomorrow morning?
Okay, I was going to leave you a message anyway.
Lord, I told you
Not to wake up your brother. Mark, I need your help. They have me working on 4 major accounts.
I've only been with this department for 3 weeks.
Bud wants me to meet with him at 11 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm going to need up-to-the-minute sales information.
For each region, first thing in the morning.
Don't worry, boss. Your career is safe with me.
Well, that's what I like to hear. I'll see you tomorrow. Ward?
Bye. Nothing. Mushroom. Extra cheese. Sausage.
sausage, anchovies.
You're watching Sleepcore, media for insomnia.
The other part comes with an open invitation to travel beyond today's world, to future world, a here and now celebration of the 21st century. Here to amaze, inform, and entertain us, and waiting to dazzle us now. In fact, over 25 million guests a year come here just for the fun of it. So hang on, everybody. Here comes the 21st century. Getting around in our world of motion is what this popular Future World attraction is all about. Whether it's the history of transportation or the future of transportation, it's here and everybody has a favorite.
I thought it was done very well. It was very educational.
It's nice the way they take you through the funny side of it first and then bring you into the educational side after. I think that's a good idea.
I thought it was great. It was really entertaining. I liked all the caricatures and showed you the history of the vehicles. And it was really good, and the kids liked it too.
I like going through the tunnel, actually, with all the lights and everything, and the cars at the end. They are beautiful.
Well, I like the idea of what's happening in the future. My favorite part was the public transportation of the future and also the automobiles of the future.
The new concept cars that they have now, they're very interesting.
It's just fun. It's, you know, a lot of different things and a lot to see.
There's something for everybody here.
Something for everybody. Today we've come to expect, even demand, variety in almost everything that affects the quality of our lives. The history of transportation here at the World of Motion shows how people throughout the ages have searched for and found better ways to get from here to there. As transportation technology improved, they found they wanted more than the freedom to travel. They wanted to travel in style in vehicles that reflected their personal taste in design, engineering, power, safety, performance, and durability. In the World of Motion Trans Center, we go beyond the present and look at the future of transportation. It takes more than imagination to dream up a new engine or a new design to catch the eye. It takes the experience and insight of knowledgeable observers to foresee the vehicles, the technologies, and the transportation systems that will be appropriate for the future. General Motors, the world's largest automobile company, is proud of its continuing role in the history of transportation. We're proud of the imaginative ways we're extending the freedom of choice in personal transportation products to people on the go everywhere. We're listening to our customers to be sure we meet their needs while adding the excitement of the future. With more than 80 years of transportation experience, General Motors understands the world of motion, past, present, and future. And we're proud of that too. Now we invite you to join us in an exciting, informative, and entertaining world that offers something for everybody. A world of motion where you're completely free to make your own magic.
Riding through the history of transportation in 14.5 minutes sounds like a real trip. And it is. But where do we begin? Well, considering all of the possibilities, why not here, in an ancient trading center, where animal power has definitely replaced foot power? But the wheel has yet to be invented. What the invention of the round wheel has led us to is, well, come on along and see for yourself. Those wonderful, wonderful dream machines. They were classics then, and they're classics now. And look at the ground we've covered in just a few minutes. We've gone from camels to convertibles, from paddle wheels to steering wheels, from horsepower to a lot more horsepower. And just when you think you've seen it all, there's the World of Motion Trans Center. If you've ever wondered how the arts and sciences of design, engineering, and manufacturing are combined to create new ideas, this is the place to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, General Motors is proud to present the one, the only, Bide. Helge, roll over. Thank you. I trained it myself. All right.
Unlike Mr. Bird, our talkative toucan, ask the designers of future transportation what they think, and they'll do more than tell you. They'll show you. Dreamer's Workshop, a Trans Center showcase for the products of the imagination. Given the freedom to look at and into the future from any perspective, to start where conventional wisdom and traditional limitations end, designers and engineers blend imagination with experience and draw some startling conclusions. You can use your imagination too. Just picture yourself in any one of these prototype dream machines. Yes, the future of transportation is here, today, at the World of Motion Trans Center. The future of transportation is also here in tomorrow's world of motion, a more distant time and place, with forms of transportation we can only imagine today. Yet it's only by challenging the unknown, by daring to anticipate, test, and evaluate what might lie ahead, that we will continue to have choices. Choices that will give us the personal freedom to make our own kind of magic. Can you imagine that?
Well, so much for the past and the present. Now, what about tomorrow? On the drafting boards of the engineers and designers, plans are already taking shape for a fleet of motor coaches and trolley coaches that will match the future planned for this greater East Bay. Some of the boys are pretty far ahead. We're aiming at perfection and plan to give you the smoothest, swiftest, safest transportation possible. We're going to go ahead and show you...
Hey, Doc! Hey, Doc, I
Whoa
wanna...
there, McKee. Who invited you? Come on now. Get out. Get out. Possible designs of future Transbay trains are being studied. They will be set upon by...
Hey, Doc! Hey, Doc, I wanna...
Will you please stop interrupting? Go on. Get out before I have to use the fly swatter. Cute little cuss, isn't he? Inside, where they have the parts you sit down on, there's going to be something that you won't...
Hey, Doc! Hey, Doc, I wanna...
All right, Mac, you win. Go ahead.
Folks, it's gonna be wonderful. We're gonna have television, shower baths, floor shows, free meals, and, well, we'll watch. It's cozy, isn't it?
Just a minute, McKee.
Hey, what's the idea? Hey, put me down.
Everything's going to be wonderful, all right. But let's not exaggerate. But really, folks, the future does look mighty bright.